Hi Gemini, this is Chronic Joy Tarot, and this is going to be your March 2018 reading for Sun, Moon, and Rising sign, Gemini. Welcome to my channel if you're new, and if you're returning, thank you for coming back and visiting me again. If you are new to my channel, then just please know my reading style is really about your own soul's growth and less about predictions or outcomes. And so really any of my videos can be tapped into at any time if you want to focus on certain aspects of yourself and your life for expansion and growth. Okay, I use the Zen Tarot cards here, and the spread I'm using is called the Flying Bird. And we come from a point of liftoff, and then we take flight and move through to a new level of awareness. And then I always use one oracle card to guide the reading and give us sort of a theme to tap into and an aspect of ourselves to focus on. Okay, and for you, Gemini, the oracle card I pulled is from this Native Spirit deck. And the card I pulled for you is Great Mystery. This is about faith, trusting the divine, trusting the creator. In many Native cultures, they refer to the creator as the Great Mystery. It's sort of an idea that, Great Spirit is so vast and profound that in many ways it's just unknowable, right? But faith is that sort of foundation that keeps us connected to it and gives us the ability to manifest, okay? Everything was created because someone believed it was possible. And so we're asking you at this time, Gemini, to tap into that belief and to know that even though you can't see outcomes, know that, the seeds that you've planted, they're going to take growth. And we don't go and plant seeds and then go out the next day and say, oh, there's no seedling, there's no growth. And then, scramble it all up and dig them all up. You plant them and you let them germinate and you let them take their time to develop and grow. And this is what you're being called on, is this sense of faith that your hopes and dreams and the things that you're wishing on and planning for are already, they're taking root. They're coming, okay? So it's sort of resting in a sense of faith is what we're being called to do at this point, okay? Your starting point, the first card we pull for you is New Vision, yeah. So this may be, it may be a new concept, not really a new concept to have faith, but what I mean is to truly know that those things you desire and the outcomes that you're wishing for, to truly know that really all it takes is believing it. Now, it's not really, it's an easy concept to sort of understand, but to really live it and really dig down into that sense of knowing and that sense of faith, that's not as easy. That's not as easy to do. And that's when you call upon, source, your higher power, the great mystery, the creator, whatever, God, whatever, language you have surrounding that force, that sense of source. New ways to see it. You have a path that's going to open up in front of you, that's going to unfold toward all of your desires if you just allow it, if you just trust it and know it, okay? The left wing here of this spread's called the Flying Bird. The left wing are internal energies that are within you and unseen, and the right wing are external influences. This first position here is called the fear of flying, and this would be a potential block if this energy isn't acknowledged, mastered, or developed, okay? And it's the source. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I love how this all happens. Same card here. The great mystery, that is the source, and it lives within you, and it lives, sort of spiritually in the universe as well. It's all connected. You are connected to source. And some may call this the soul, or universal life force, spirit, God. Like I said, there are many ways to identify, but it really is just a vibe that you get, that right? And staying connected to that knowing is the most important thing to move forward towards your goals. I'm getting that this, for some of you, is a specific outcome, like a specific venture or project, or a creative project, or a goal you have, or moving from point A to a new state of awareness. Maybe it's something that's within you that you're trying to develop, and maybe this is developing a relationship with another. I'm not sure, but for some of you it is. But what you're being called to do is to tap into that deepest wisdom, that deepest connection to spirit and the creator, and just know that you're on your way. Seeds have been planted. Now you just need to add a little water and air and time, right? Okay, and sunshine. Okay, the next, this first external energy that plays off, once this energy is mastered, once this sense of knowing is in place, oh yes, then in your external world, you're called to just have some patience. Just said it. I think I just said that. Plant the seeds and let some time pass, right? Life is happening at its perfect pace all the time. And we as humans, we get impatient, we try to assert ourselves, we try to push things forward and that's good, because we are human, we do take action, and that is a good way to accomplish things, but not always. That's not a constant need for that energy. And at this time, you're being asked to sort of take a back seat and sort of allow, because if you're asserting yourself through and pushing toward outcomes, you're going to miss some signs and some other opportunities, and maybe little tangents on, little side roads that could either bring you closer to your goal more quickly or create a more fulfilling experience for you on your way to that goal. So having this sense of patience and trust in the unfolding of your path is really called for right now. Okay, Gemini? The next internal energy, once you're rooted in this, let's see what happens next. Then your inner voice speaks up. Then you get the guidance, right? So the knowing that the great mystery or the creator is on your side and making things happen for you, because the seed of your desire has been planted. Whatever this outcome is, if it's a project or a venture or a relationship, the seeds have been planted. And source, the great mystery and source, it's on it, right? On the job. Now all you need to do is just wait, watch, and listen. And your inner voice, your intuition, will guide you as to that next step. And just worry about that next step. Don't worry about 14 steps down the road. What is my next step? That's where you can really rest into this moment right now and listen to your intuition and kind of know what you need to do next. And then you'll know what you need to do after that. There's a more restful ease and flow to getting to your goal in this way, okay? In your outside world, well, look at that. Everything's showing up as like this perfect flow. Going with the flow. That's what you're being called to do. And it will show up as in your outside world. So I'm thinking that maybe some of your connections and some of your relationships and people that know you may really take note and say, wow, you're really chill lately, or, your life is really, really flowing in perfect timing or whatever. It's going to show up in your in your outer world, and people are going to take note. They're going to notice, and they're going to want to kind of go with the flow as well. You're going to inspire others to do the same. Okay? All because you're rooted in this trust of the Creator. Okay, the final internal influence here is the Lovers. So this is going to create a deep sense of connection to your higher self. You know, this card has many meanings, obviously, and in traditional tarot, it has, you know, very specific meaning. But the way I read is really just through intuition, and what I hear here is your ability to stay connected to that faith in the Creator, in God, in the universe, your ability to stay connected to that and just wait for signs and trust your intuition and go with the flow is going to establish a deeper sense of connection to your inner self, your higher self. You're going to really feel more and more solid in your inner world, and then it will show up in your outer world. You're really on your way. And your sense of compassion will also expand. And that is when, you know, if you have self-compassion, because this is an internal position here, so this really is going on within you. If you have a great amount of self-compassion and self-trust, that's when it spills over into your connections and your outer life. And look at that. So this is an external card here, and it's the card of sharing, and it comes right on the heels of this sort of self-trust, self-compassionate energy, and it allows you to share your heart with others, right? I mean, it's just perfect. This was a beautiful flowing reading. The foundation of having faith, you know, trusting in that, even though it's unseen, the Creator is unseen, trusting that it's there, trusting that you will know the signs of, you know, what step to take next in either this project or relationship or even in your own self-development, establishing a greater sense of connection and compassion within you, and it's going to affect your relationships in a very positive way. You will attract many who want to sort of get some of that good energy that you've got going, and it's going to be a really beautiful outcome for you. So for the next couple weeks, just sort of tap into that inner knowing of, you know, the universe sort of has you cradled and has you, you know, the universe is nurturing your every desire. And it's happening you know, even though it's unseen. It's happening in its mysterious way. Okay, Gemini, that was your reading for this time. I'm hoping to be back mid-March and give you a mid-month update and back on track. I couldn't do that last month, but I'm hoping to do it again now. All right, you guys, I'll talk to you very soon. I love you. Bye.